Kendo Podcast episode 166. In this episode, I want to talk about do not try. Kendo Podcast by Hiro Mafuji from Kendo-Guide.com. Thank you for listening. This podcast is about Japanese martial arts Kendo for Kendo lovers and supported by Kendo enthusiasts through Patreon.com. Thank you for your support, guys. Please visit Kendo-Guide.com for more Kendo information and how to support Kendo-Guide.com. Welcome to Kendo Podcast episode 166. Now, there are a lot of advices from a lot of people, probably you've heard about Bruce Lee's quote, "Don't think, feel." Those people left a great quotes, and I want to talk about a quote from Matrix. Today is July 1st, and then Netflix removed Matrix trilogy already. So I was watching the first one last night. Unfortunately, I was halfway through on the second one, and that's no longer on Netflix, so I cannot keep watching. But anyway, and I just wanted to share this. While I'm teaching, people say I'm trying, and last night I was watching Matrix, and then Neo, the main guy, right? The main guy says, "Yeah, I'm trying," and then Morpheus says, "Don't try." What did he say? Don't try, just do it, or something like that. And also, try not to become fast. Know that you are fast, or something like that. I don't remember exact quote. Sorry about that. But what we are trying to, probably I don't remember because I watched it a long time ago. So I always tell my students don't try. Maybe, but I really thought that you can. I don't like the word out. I'm trying. I know they're trying, right? I know they're trying, but if you say that, okay, you gotta do this, and I know I'm trying, but to me, it has kind of implication of, yeah, I'm trying, so back off, don't say anything to me. Maybe they don't imply that, but if you're trying, there's nothing more that I can say, right? So I'm trying to, what I'm doing is I'm helping you, and if you're trying but you're not doing it right, so you gotta do something about it. If you say I'm trying, there's nothing we can do about it. So and in one way, my kids always say that too. I'm trying, but I don't see that they're trying. It's kind of excuse as well. If you say I'm trying, you can get out of the situation that people are telling what to do. I'm sorry. Apparently, we have a lot of pollen around today, so my asthma is acting up. Anyway, so to me, I don't know how many people think I'm trying sounds like an excuse. I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to do this, but you gotta do it. We know we gotta do it. So trying has to be a process of accomplishment, right? A process to get a goal. so you can accomplish something. And if you are trying, you should be getting there. But if you're not getting there, you're not actually trying to do it. Or you don't know exactly what you should be doing. Either way. So if you are doing it and you don't get certain result, probably you're doing it wrong. So you probably should be asking something, to improve that instead of I'm trying. I don't know what you're trying to do. I mean, we are trying to get to this goal. Let's say you want to strike sharp, right? And we show this is the goal, and you should be doing this, you should be doing that, and okay, let's do it. And then, okay, now you are not doing it. What's the problem? Let's figure out. And I go to you and then say, okay, you should be doing that. I'm trying. Okay, but you're not doing that. So, if you say I'm trying, I mean, okay, you're trying. So are you trying to telling me to leave you alone, or do you want me to work with you? I have that impression, So you're trying, but it's important thing is what you are trying to do. I know everyone knows what you're trying to do, but what you are particularly working on is the problem, is the issue. So let's figure that out. Like you say, be loud. And yeah, I said, be loud. I'm trying, but I don't know what you're trying to do. You know what I mean? You're not being loud, but you cannot be loud, and we have to know why you're not loud, right? So I'm trying to be loud, but okay, but you're not loud, so you're not doing it. I don't see. It's like either do it or not. You know what I mean? You do it or not. And okay, if you want to do it, okay, I cannot do it. So you can say, hey, be loud. What are you doing? I cannot do it. Why not? I don't know. Okay, let's figure it out. Let's figure out why you cannot be loud. If you say, I'm trying, okay, what are you trying to do? You just be loud. So it's important. Like, I can figure out some reasons. I can kind of list up, okay, because you're taught not to be loud for years, so you don't know how to be loud. Kids know how to be loud, and then they were loud, before training, and at the training they just be quiet. Why is that? Maybe it's just all in mental, right? So they cannot be loud because they are told to be loud, and they're loud because they're fun, right? They're having fun. They're like, ah! And then the training, they're not loud enough. So it's not like, okay, because they are told to be loud, but they don't know how to be loud because they are always taught to be quiet. And when they were playing, they forget about all those, don't be loud. They just be loud because they're excited. So in Kendo, they need more excitement, and they need something to be loud, right? So I can list up some reasons, but if you are adults, you have to know why you cannot do certain things. So it's important to work with your teachers instead of I'm trying. Oh, sensei, I don't know. I'm trying to do this at the moment, but I don't know if I'm doing it right. So let's work together. I mean, if you're that's a productive way to talk, always. So, if you have to do, okay, keep your left hand in, it's easy, right? Keep your left hand in, or twist your left hand a little bit inside so your strike will be better, right? And okay, you're not doing that. And I go, but I'm trying. Okay, but it's easy. Turn your wrist in. So you're in a way you kind of okay. It's kind of justifying yourself. So it is. I know I've been there, done that. So it's very difficult to fix bad habits, and it's very embarrassing to be told the same thing over and over. But the fact is, you're not fixing it. You're not doing it right. So we have to accept the fact that we are not doing what we are told to do. So let's face it and accept it and work on it. And I think that's why we are at the dojo. We are at the dojo because we learn something, we fix bad habits, and we face to ourselves. I mean, we don't have to do kendo at all, right? At the very end, you can choose not to be there. But if you chose to be there, right, at the dojo, if you choose to be there, might as well just accept it and then do it. And if you can't do it, okay, we can think about it together, right? I know a lot of people don't have time. That's why you're there. At the dojo, you figure out why you cannot do it. And no one like knows why you cannot do it because it's very personal. Maybe we can suggest you to do something. Suggest doing this, doing that, and that might help you. One of them. But most of the time, you really have to figure out, how to be allowed. I don't know why you cannot be allowed. I mean, you are certainly loud when you talk. Sometimes that happens, right? But at the dojo, you're not loud. So, or maybe it's you don't know how to use diaphragm or how to breathe through your stomach or how to shout. We gotta figure out why. So. At the dojo, you probably stop saying, I'm trying to do what you're saying, but I can't, so leave me alone. Okay, we have no choice. So instead of saying that, I know you're frustrated, but let's break down the problem. Even if shouting seems easier, maybe it's something is stopping you, right? That's why you cannot be allowed. So let's figure out why you cannot be allowed. And a lot of people say, I know, right? I know. You should be doing that. I know. But and then if you know why don't you do it? That type of thing. So if you say, I know, that means, okay, back off. I know what I should be doing, but I just cannot do it. So just leave him alone. That's the problem. That's the problem. You cannot do it. You're not doing it. That's the problem. That's the fact. That fact is the problem. So let's work on it. We should be working on it. But if you say, I'm trying, I know, and then, okay, so you gotta figure that out, man. If you know, you gotta do it. If you don't need my help. So, sometimes you have to stop doing what you're doing and then think about it, why you cannot do it, and what's the problem. It's really facing to yourself, and then just analyze yourself. So otherwise, you cannot break through. I had worked on my ki. I had worked on, taking initiative for 2 years, and at last, if you haven't listened to Nito's seminar, please do, because I shared my experience as well. it might take you 2 years or 3 years. You cannot do it, but you have to work on it. And then maybe some people will give you some advice, different advices. You probably should be doing that, should be doing this. Maybe it's a really, really, the core issue. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you have to change the way you walk. Maybe you have to change your posture. It's a very, very core issue. But you have to figure that out. Sensei will teach you, show you what you're supposed to do, and then maybe gives you advice. But you have to be the one who has to work on it, right? And you can always go to your sensei and ask questions. I'm trying to do this, and now I'm working on this. Do you think it works? And the answer is we never know if it works or not. You have to constantly work on it. And then my suggestion is if you think it doesn't work after 1 month, 2 months, with one method, if it doesn't work, probably you should work on something else too, and different approach. You have to accomplish one thing, let's say fumikomi. But is it about left foot or right foot? Is it about body shift, or weight shift, or the way you move your shinai? You can have, this one problem, but you see it from different angles. And then you can start approaching to yourself and figure out really what works or what doesn't work. Okay? So I think that's very important for us to remember. Okay? So stop saying I'm trying or I know. All right? Just go, okay, sensei, I'm not doing it. Okay, I'm not doing it. Okay. Do you think this works? I don't know why I do this. Blah, 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 blah. Talk to him, talk to her, talk to them, talk to others. Everyone has their own issues. Everyone has probably worked on something and then overcome something in the past. Or maybe they are doing it right now. Right? So you can talk to others and if they have the same issues, you can kind of, come up with a solution together, right? So talk to them. Don't be shy. Don't be embarrassed. We all have problems, all right? Thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next podcast. I would like to send special thanks to Patrons for their constant support through patreons.com/Kendo for Life.